Hi there. It's now 2:05 Monday morning. Probably get to bed in about an hour, 3 o'clock, and then I'll hopefully get up about 9 and get packed for an overnighter with Matt. I'm just going to show you the kit I take. I'm not going to go through it in detail, it's just an overview of the stuff I take. Right, I'll get on with it. Okay, first thing you need to do is obviously put your gear on. So starting from the ground up, got my socks, thicker pair and a liner, hiking boots, gaiters I always take. Then trousers, new trousers to try out, Rab Vector pants. I've got the base layer is the blue and mid fleece level, you know, mid layer fleece. I've got something for night time, that's a synthetic jacket. It's a Fitzroy, I think, is it Mountain Hardware or Mountain, I'm not sure now, I can't remember. Then I've got a waterproof jacket. The waterproof trousers are in the rucksack. And then I've got hat and gloves. And that's it, no spare. I never take any spare trousers or clothes because I've got good waterproofs. Right, that does the clothes section. Okay, there's my rucksack for carrying the gear. It's an Osprey Athena 70 litre. It's a good, it's a really good rucksack. That's been my main rucksack for a while. It's really good. So okay, that's what I'm putting my gear into. So what am I taking? Well, first of all, shelter, Acto poles inside the bag and pegs, 4 Delta pegs, 4 skewer pegs and 4 Hillenburg Y pegs. Okay, so I've got the shelter up, so how am I going to be comfortable in it? Well, got my sleeping bag, a Rab Alpine 600 silk liner. In this is a snozzle bag for blowing up the X-bed mats, and the yellow stuff sack is the X-bed Sin Mat 7, and then a wee pillow, a wee cheap pillow at the Sports Direct. Right, so far I've got my clothes, so I'll be okay that way. My rucksack for carrying gear. Set my tent up. I'm going to be comfortable at night. So what else? The next thing, food and water. See my 2 Nalgene bottles and my Tatonka. That's the windshield. That's the fuel. A wee base, you know, wee thing to stabilise it. Just my cheap pot that I like. My Coleman F1 stove, very powerful stove. A lighter, a grip and a wee spoon. I've got my big spoon in here. It's a map case I always use for my food. I've got 2 meals, 3 hot chocolates and, 1 hot chocolate and 3 coffees. I might add something else, I might add a porridge, I've not decided yet. And obviously I'll have a few tidbits. Right, that'll do that bit. Right, you've set up your camp, you've got food and water. It's night time. You need to see. In the orange dry bag, head torches and a wee tent light. The yellow bag, hygiene, wee trowel, toilet paper, hankies and hand cleaner. And then if it's a nice night you might want to sit out, so I've got a wee foam seat, and that's a ground sheet, like a 6x4 or something like that ground sheet. And this orange bag, I maybe should have mentioned this along with the sleep system. That's my base layer, thermal socks and a spare pair of socks. I always take spare socks, that's the only thing I take spare, is spare socks. Right, other things I always take, one of them's missing, right? I always take a fire steel, I always take a wee tool knife, Swiss Army knife, and I always take a whistle, which I can't find. I had it in my last trip, but the rucksack's got a whistle on it. I don't need the whistle, but I always take a whistle. I'll try and find it. And then this is my new thing, GPS. So I'm always going to take that as well. So that's what I suppose you've got safety gear. You know, GPS, tool knife, fire steel, and the whistle, which I can't find, but I've got one in the rucksack, so I'm covered for a whistle. And last and by no means least, my medium ribs pack, and they're just basically camera bags now. I've got the GoPro out, so this will be my first major trip with the GoPro. That's the wee charger thing. And I've got this, that's the Zoom H1 stabiliser, so obviously I've got the Zoom H1 in the dry bag. And there's the GoPro. I've also going to take another travel camera that I like, the Panasonic, that's got a zoom in it, just in case I want to zoom into anything. And that's about it. The only thing I would say is obviously missing, but I have to be honest, I think I've only took it once, is a first aid kit, which I know you should probably take a small first aid kit. So I'll need to get into the habit of taking a wee first aid thing. I've never had any cuts or bruises or burns, although I've slipped a couple of times, but I've been fortunate. I've never been really that ill, well maybe once. I was feeling a bit sick and had a sore head, but well, that's it. 2:25, so I think I better get to bed, get some rest before I'm up in 6 hours or whatever. Hello, good evening and welcome to the Scots Wild Camper Show. And that was a bit of David Frost. Do you remember David Frost? I feel like Wicker's World with this microphone. I'm obviously testing this, the Zoom H1 and the GoPro. See if it's going to work. You know, it doesn't look too convenient, doesn't it, having to turn on the microphone, turn on the GoPro, and then during editing I'll need to sync the sound. But I'll try it this trip, see how I get on. There he is, the man himself, he's back. He's knackered already. He wasn't feeling too well the weekend, and I've not been full of beans either, not been ill, just been feeling tired again. Anyway, we'll talk to you later.
Dave is on the road again, wearing different clothes again. Dave is turning handouts down to keep his pockets clean. All his goods are sold again, his word is good as gold again. He says if you see Jean now, ask her please to pity me. Jean and I, we moved along since the day down in the hollow, when the mind went drifting on and the beat was soon to follow. Dave is on the road again, wearing different clothes again. Dave is turning handouts down to keep his pockets clean. Saying his goodbyes again, wheels are in his eyes again. He says if you see Jean now, ask her please to pity me. Downtown in the big town, gonna set you back on your heels with a mouthful of memories and a load of snickers from the windshield. Shut the door, cut the light. Davey won't be home tonight. You can't wait till the door rolls in. You won't see Davey again.
Right, Matt, for the benefit of James Lomax, what have you got to say for yourself?
A high def nothing.
That's it?
That's your wag.
Right. Right, James, that was just for you. I didn't want him to talk too much. I told him to cut it down. Right, folks, we're at Greenside, walking along the right hand side as you walk up to the Greenside Reservoir. You just turn right, walk along the bank. We're heading up to Duncombe Hill and it's still drizzly rain. It was nice yesterday, well after about 3 o'clock it dried up and it turned out actually quite a nice night, but luck of the draw, it doesn't look like that today. And I'm feeling really strange holding this thing. I don't know what you're seeing or hearing. Anyway, I'll put something up on the screen. Right, this is going to be a short video, I would guess. Right folks, bye for now. That's us walk to the other end of the Greenside. You can see the state of the ground. It's always boggy up here. It's clearing up a wee bit. That's the rain off. I think it's going to be clear for a while, I hope. Makes a wee change for the drizzle. There's Matt, struggling a wee bit. He wasn't well Saturday, told me, Friday, Saturday, but you know, he still wanted to get out because just to get back into the, you know, the swing of getting out, because it's April so that's a third of the year over, well certainly a quarter of a year over, he's not been out. But anyway, that's him back. He'll get back into the swing it, as I said. There's the workman. I'll be glad when they're finished. Changes every time I come up here now, I know for the better. Obviously that has to be done. You have to, you know, sort the electric power lines out. Just a pity they make a mess, but anyway, catch up Matt. It's no Billy this time, catching up Matt. Right Matt, you're in candid camera. I don't know if the mic's picking you up. What have you got to say? You must have something to say, come on.
It's boggy and wet.
I just said along there you were struggling because you weren't feeling too hot, seriously.
If I never already just agreed to come out, I wouldn't have come out, but I didn't want to let you down, so I'm here.
You're here and you're loving it. Yeah, it's great to get out. I've not been this way for a while. I didn't forget how boggy it was. Just one big bog. Now folks, traipsing through the mud. I've put the GoPro on the iSteady, one hand, and I'm holding the microphone in the other hand, so convenient it certainly isn't. It's not too bad when you're level ground, but I don't know if this is going to be practical if you're going up Monroe's. I think I'd need to try another microphone for the GoPro. I can use the Zoom H1 for other things I've got planned. I think the GoPro's a wee bit squinty. I've not had any time to set it up. Need to go on a solo trip and get things, you know, get everything set up right. At least you can see if the camera shake's eliminated. It seems to work quite well, the GoPro with the iSteady. It is a wee bit tilted, but I would be able to sort that out a wee bit of time, which I don't have for the now. There's the hill we're going up straight ahead. Wee short one, just as well. That's us reached the cairn. About 1300 feet. I'll check before, but I can't remember. So we'll just go down. There's another wee path. I'm looking straight at it. Down that way is the spot that is suitable for 2 tents. It's not ideal, but you can get 2 tents there. Not beside each other, but you know, maybe 20 yards away, 30 yards away. Wee bit misty, unfortunately. You get fantastic views up here. Right, I'll do a wee sweep of Loch Lomond.